Here we go! 1.17, here we come! And it looks very much like a mushroom island. As we knew it should. Let's take a look around. Look! Oh, they're so cute! Let's look at him. Ah, he's so cute! Touchscreens, I want the blue ink. Oh, a goat! Hi, goat! Hi, goat! Hello, goat. I like the new art textures. Oh, lichen! Want? Give. Oh, I guess I need to still touch it. More copper. There's a mine shaft there. I think this mine shaft will be a good way to find more stuff, perhaps? Looks dangerous in here. Let's go in. We do not fear the dark. Oh, when you see this lichen, you think it's diamond first. Oh, it lights up. The caves. Pretty nice. Looks good in the dark. Is this the new stuff? Smooth basalt. Oh, is this a geode? Can you still touch this one that they grow from? Let's see. No. They have to grow in place. Some music! Let's get a crystal. Large amethyst bud. Everyone is off exploring. It's so much fun. So much fun. What is that? I'm sure in a while we are going to be so used to these new blocks. We're gonna feel silly for being so excited about it in the beginning. Let's see. Right away! Jackpot! Yes! First try! This! I want. Let's go and see if I have some bone meal. See if we can get some azalea trees. I just want to see if it works. So, let's... Yes! And it's spread, and that is carpet, too. Exactly what I was hoping for. It's beautiful! Oh! I'm drowning. Let me out. Is that oak wood? Will they have their own, like, trapdoors and doors and stuff? Yeah, they're oak logs. Ah. Well, we have the moss and the azalea, and that's all good and fine. But I still really want to find... the glowberries. And that means mine shafts. There, I knew I saw a mesa. Let's see if we can find a mine shaft. Come on. No. Here, maybe. Come on, give it. Yes! Yes! I found it! So, if I put them there. And I can bone meal them. And I get more. Can I... Oh, I cannot bone meal them to grow? Will they grow on their own? Nice, nice. So, that's the glowberries. So I guess the vines grow by themselves, not by bone meal. But you get the berries by bone meal. I can live with that. No. Whoa. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the world of the MadMiners. I'm MadMuddy, and this is episode 8. As you saw in that little montage in the beginning, we are now playing on Minecraft 1.17. And on this server, we decided that instead of resetting the world or resetting chunks, we decided to make a second settlement instead. So if you look up on the coordinates up in the corner, we are like 16,000 blocks away from home. And we have a long tunnel through the nether to get over here. That was so we could be sure that we got truly unloaded chunks. So we could get all of the new stuff from this update. And as you can see, my fellow server members have started settling down over here. And if you would like to see what the other MadMiners are up to, you are welcome to head over to our Discord server. There you can find videos from some of the other members, and you can see pictures and talk to the miners and share your own creations. Just hang, you know? I'll put the link in the description if you want to head over. Those of you who has been with me since the Minecraft Academy days knows that Mushroom Island is kind of been there, done that for me. And in the very first episode of this series, I said that I wanted to make a water base. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to leave the Mushroom Island and head out into the sea to finally make our ocean base. Well, here it is. This is the place I've chosen for my grand water base. And if you see behind me, you see far away there, that's where the mushroom biome is. Where most people are living. I have set up a bit of a base of operation, you see down here. I have put down my beacon and a conduit, which makes us able to breathe underwater, and also helps with the underwater vision. You know, we have, even if it's the middle of the night, we can still see under the water. That's a good thing. And you can see why I have chosen this specific place in the ocean, because we have 1, 2, and a little bit over here. You can see it over there. 3 of those geodes. And since we have a 6 chunk simulation distance on this server, they all three are loaded at the same time and generates crystals in the geodes. And this one over here, I have set up a bit of a camp in. All of these I have cleared out. As you can see, I have only kept the budding crystals. Those are the ones that gives you... No. You're not invited. My geode. Yeah, these are the only... I only kept the ones that gives us the crystals. Yeah, this is my temporary home. I live in a geode under the sea. Or 3. And I have cleared out all 3 of them, like this. So this will give us a whole bunch of crystals, which will be useful in the future for making that tinted glass. I also have one of these things, you know. And further down here, under the bottom of the sea. Hey, creeper. Okay. I have been gathering resources. And mobs. And the materials we're gonna need the most is moss, cobbled deep slate, or the things I can make from cobbled deep slate, and stone. We're going to use a lot of stone. And you might be wondering why I have been able to gather this much moss blocks. And it's easy. These patches of useless diorite, you just bone meal it away. And then you gather the moss instead of the diorite and the granite and bad stuff. So then, let me explain what it is we're going to build out here in the middle of the ocean. Right now we have a single block over there, you see. Well, imagine that it's far in the future. The polar ices have melted. It's not very hard to imagine, sadly enough. And a lot of the coastal cities in the world is now underwater. Can you imagine that? Not very hard. And time has passed. Long time has passed. And what would these cities look like after a couple of hundreds of years or something? Or maybe not even that long. After like 50 years. What would they look like? So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to build a ruined, sunken city that's kind of been taken over by plants and stuff. So first, let's start by setting up kind of a base of operation over here. I was thinking we can use this single block that we have over here and expand this a bit. It's sitting. There it's sitting. There it goes. Then we take the lava away. There we go. Now we have somewhere to put our resources. There. Prepping is done. We have our resources. We have our location. We're going to start with building up kind of a skeleton of this house. Right here behind me. And then we are going to ruin it, basically. see someone over here since the last time I was home? It wasn't that long ago I was home, was it? That cobweb should have grown. Do I dare to go in here? I do trust my fellow server members. I don't think that they would destroy anything. I think I might need some shears. Do I have any shears? Oh, my inventory is so full. I was going in here to put away some stuff from my inventory because I'm cluttered. And this is what I come home to. But actually, I'm not upset because wait. Cobwebs cannot be crafted. You have to find those. So thanks, I guess. Let me in. I'll take those. Yeah, I think I might need to clean a little bit more often. I do have some idea of who might be responsible for this. This is a very Halloween-y thing to do. And as far as I know, we only have one witch on this server. Huh, Sophie? Do you know anything about this? Well, thanks for the cobwebs. They're always useful. I think we're almost cleared out. I'll keep one cobweb just for the lore of the prank. So I'll keep the one in the fireplace. Also, if I break it, it will burn anyway. And the lovely spider head. Thank you, thank you. Let me keep one of these two. Where do we put it? I like to remember these kind of things. That's how you remember you have friends. There, all cleared out. But you know, Sophie, if this was you, which I'm pretty sure it was, you know I won't let this slide, do you? Well, we have half a skyscraper. That's a start, don't you think? For now, it's just a big mob farm. And I don't know, maybe I will keep the mob spawning on some of the platform, just to give it some extra life. We'll see. But I want to show you a trick. When I was down mining under the ocean floor, under the sea, I gathered all of the ore blocks I could find. And that is for a specific reason. Let me gather some of these. And let's get some vines, like that. Let's get to the top here. If you have a wall, like this one, for example, then you can use the new ore blocks, the new ore textures. Oops. together with some vines. And you have a beautiful rose vine. Isn't that cool? Since all of the new ores have different textures, they will give us different types of flowers. Let's try it over here. So the lapis will give us kind of those tiny blue flowers. And let's see, gold ore makes the flower look a bit like elongated. I don't know, maybe like bells or something? And of course you can do this with the copper. And of course with diamonds if you want really expensive vines. Isn't that awesome? Can you imagine all the different situations where you can use this? I really like the redstone though, with the red roses. You can even do it with coal ore, if you want black roses. And of course, this trick also work with the deep slate ores. You have a darker wall. Neat, right? So now, let's imagine this entire building behind me, completely covered with those vines, with moss, maybe a couple of trees and bushes, and just greenery all over it. Imagine that, really hard. And there we go. You like it? Let's take a look. I think this is so cool. I've only done one side for now because it's surprisingly time consuming to terraform a building. I've never even tried to do anything like that before. So let's take a closer look. So down here I wanted it to look like algae and, you know, kelp. Not that kind of kelp, but real kelp. Kind of floats on top of the water surface. And also it's spreading out from the building. And you see I've mixed in the new drip leaves. I have both the big drip leaves and I have some of the small drip leaves here. And these are really hard to come by because you can only get them from the Wandering Trader. These big ones you can actually bone meal to get. So, I've tried to utilize the new... Excuse me. I'm talking here. You too? I'm trying to utilize the new plant blocks as much as possible in this build. So we have the moss carpet, the drip leaves as I said before, the cave vines that has the glowberries, but I have intentionally removed all the glowberries because I don't want it to be too glowy. But now I'm not really sure. Maybe it will look good with some glowy. It's kind of the thought is that during the night that this would look really like gloomy and abandoned, you know? But maybe some highlights, glowing highlights won't hurt. What do you think? Oh, and the two middle floors here. You see I put in... Let's see if I can land here. I put in the new tinted glass. Yeah, this area I actually want to be lit up on the inside. Let's see if we can get down here. There we go. Because I'm planning to use these two middle floors as kind of a base. So I want to put my storage room in here. But of course I don't want it to look lit up from the outside. You know? This is the only floor that I have mob-proofed, except for the ones down there. Just so I can leave my base down there without having this floor run over by zombies and creepers and stuff, you know. But all of the other floors are not lit up. And I think it's kind of cool to have them crawling with creatures. I know I mentioned this before. And the more I think of it, I kind of like having the monsters lurking. And of course I will do a lot more with the top part too, as well as the other side. I will have more custom trees up here. And of course more debris on the floor here, because this was a taller building once upon a time. Oh, the sun is going down. Now we can see what it looks like in the dark. So it really paid off to have those geodes down under the sea to get all of this tinted glass. And actually I found a fourth geode, so I have 4 loaded at the same time down there. And you know, I don't really mind have a little bit of glow in there. You agree? And you see, those 2 middle floor are really lit up with torches, but it doesn't really show from the outside. Maybe you can see some. Of course, if you go close, you can see that there are torches in there. But if you look at it from a distance, yeah, maybe. I have to think about this. Maybe we can, like, put a second wall inside of the outer wall. That's, like, dark. Then I can see, look out the windows. Or maybe I just mob-proof the floors in here. And reduce the lightings. Maybe I just have some of these cave vines and the glowberries around the edges, because then it matched the rest of the building, right? And of course the thought here is that this isn't going to be the only building. There is going to be like a city here in the ocean eventually. But it will take time, of course. Just the building itself isn't very complicated to build, but all these plants terraforming to make it look good and natural, it's exhausting. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I hope that you have enjoyed it.
Run.